How you doing, bro?
I drove by and like, I haven't seen this guy in a long time.
All right, wasn't expecting that this morning, but that's all right. All right, that's gonna be it for tonight. I've never stayed at this spot, but it'll be all right. It's getting dark, so I'm just gonna go to bed in there and relax. There's a little fire pit down here, but we'll check this out in the morning. Turn on those lights. Wicked. It's not the most level. I'm kind of slanted a little bit to this way, but it's not bad. It'll work for tonight. Kind of tired of driving, and yeah, figured might as well eat these dandelions. That was a nice score. Anyway, I think for right now, I'm just gonna chill out in the van, get a few things organized. I don't really feel like chatting too much, so I just want to do my thing. I just woke up because this truck just pulled in. I think these guys are going fishing down there. That's really cool. That's pretty dope. There's some other pools and stuff down there. But this is like right on the edge of this cliff. That's pretty neat. Kind of want to check it out, but it's just pouring rain right now. Kind of fun to swim through there too, actually. Find out what these guys are doing. Man, this is awesome in here. These guys are basically just came down from Nanaimo. They're all friends, and they're gonna go fishing in here for a little while this morning. It's a little bit like hunting. You gotta keep yourself low when the water's this clear. It's easy to spook the fish. pretty sure these fish know exactly what's going on today right now too. They're like, they saw when this bobber going by and the fish like swam out of the way of the lure. All right, that was a good little adventure for the morning, but I'm gonna get going, head to a new spot. Ugh. I put some boots on for that trail, but I don't want to necessarily. Don't overthink it, Joseph. Don't freaking overthink it. Blackberry. All right, I'm hanging out inside at the new spot and I've got sausages on the go. These ones here. There's the view. It's pretty cool and windy outside, so I've just got the door closed right now. I'll show you guys around a bit later, but it's not really much to see. To be honest, the road is right there, so I'm just gonna sit and work. I've got video work to do and emails to catch up on and phone calls to make. There's a little bit of cell service, so I think I can get some of that stuff done while I'm hanging out. But hopefully the wind calms down and later we can get out. Maybe check the area out a little bit, go for a little walk. All right, I've been here for a couple days. Actually, I'm starting to grow a beard. Really enjoyed just parking the van there, hanging out and getting some work done actually. I've also had a time to reflect and just kind of decompress some of the stuff from my trip, and I know I've actually been back for quite a while, but getting those videos done and editing them was also felt like I was still stuck back there with a lot of the emotions of that particular trip and some of the aftermath that came afterwards. But when I did come back, I did go up island, I did some fishing, I saw my cousin in his cabin, did that sort of thing as well, and then you know, basically just been figuring out what's next, because most of you are here because of the whole van life scenario and you want to see that. So I was thinking, okay, well, I could break it all down and go through the things that I've learned, do an actual van tour. And I think these are things that I'm actually going to do. So I'm thinking that that's what I'm going to focus on for the next little while. And then probably start reaching out and doing more stuff that's expansive to my own development, which could go down any number of roads. And I don't know what that's going to be. But there's more that I can share and there's more that I can do while I'm here alive. And there's changes that I'm going to have to make to my own rhythm and routine. But right now I'm doing this and I figure I might as well share as much as I can about it in a practical way with you guys. And then, I don't know, you know, we'll see. But yeah, this summer, I think that's the loose plan. And of course, woke up today and I was thinking I really want to go out and do some spearfishing. The weather's perfect today. There's very little wind out. There's a little bit of you can see a little bit of a fog bank down there on the water, which will probably dissipate, but it's going to be a super sunny day, calm. And there's a big part of me that just wants to go down there and jump in the water. I've been thinking about it all week. So I don't know if I'm going to do that just yet. If I do, I will share it. But if I don't, the alternative is climbing back in the van, looking at my screen some more and crunching through some more emails. I'm negotiating some sponsorships, which I feel might add some value to the channel. And I've been thinking a lot about that kind of stuff because my inbox is just blowing up with that sort of stuff right now. Lots of battery reviews and solar generators and all this off-grid stuff. And part of me feels conflicted because it's a lot to take on, and every one of these brand deals requires a ton of back and forth emails negotiating how this whole thing's gonna play out. You know, sometimes they want me to do something in a camping setting or something, like, you know, we want you to show this while you're out camping. And I'm like, well, that costs money. It takes me, you know, I got to put fuel in the tank, go out, set all this stuff up, do this stuff. And they want me to do certain things. And I'm like, it's all kind of a job. And yes, it can actually make me a little bit of side money on the side and possibly give some good information to some of you guys where you're setting yourself up for this sort of lifestyle. So you're looking for some good quality gear reviews so you can make, you know, informed buying decisions when it comes to this sort of stuff. So there's a part of me that wants to do it for that sake, but I'm conflicted at the same time because I live a pretty minimal lifestyle in a sense. I do have some, you know, good quality gear, but I don't want to promote obsessive purchasing, consumerism, and all that sort of thing. I think it's important to make educated purchasing decisions, because everything we buy and use has a real big impact on the environment in ways that we don't even really know yet. And that stuff's starting to come to light to me these days. Like seeing all that plastic in Bali, and it's here too. It's just over there. It just sort of accumulated more. I don't think they really have something in place to really deal with it in a sustainable way necessarily. And we really need to just kind of go back to the drawing board on the production of all that stuff and kind of ask ourselves, like, maybe we've taken, well, I think we've definitely taken it all too far. Anyway, there's been a lot on my mind since I've come back, and I think this is what I'm going to do. Some of you guys would be asking me right now, and I'm getting questions about this by seeing some of you guys out on the road, is, am I going to go join my friend Jay and start building vans? He was a friend of mine that I went and visited prior to my trip to Bali, and we were discussing that sort of thing. We were thinking about setting up a van building shop at his shop and carrying on with that sort of stuff. Right now, I don't think that's gonna happen. We reconnected when I got back. He was focused on something else, which wasn't related to what we talked about. And then, of course, there was some other flags that were coming up for me about setting up a business like that in Canada right now. I think is extremely risky. So I'm just backing off from that whole thing. And to be honest, I wasn't 100% on board with that idea to begin with. It was just something that I was playing around with. What I wouldn't mind doing in that capacity, though, is like possibly doing some teaching around van building. And, you know, this van that I've got right here it's fantastic. I'm going to share a van tour of it soon. I'm going to film a video of that. And I'm looking at my build series videos and thinking maybe I can go through some of that footage and comprise something that is a little bit more along the lines of a teaching video on how to do some of the stuff and what kind of thought process I had while I was building my van. So any of you guys out there that might be doing that sort of thing might be able to learn from something like that. So that's an idea. I don't know when or if I'm going to do that, but it's definitely something that I think would be beneficial. Anyway, there'll be more on this stuff in time. I'll share more as it comes along. And right now, the idea is, do I go out there and go spearfishing, or do I wrap up a few things on that I need to with emails and stuff? And I got to head back down to Victoria today. I've got a couple packages there to pick up, actually. One of them's for I got a new battery for my van, actually, so I'm going to be putting that in the back of there. That'll be a nice little upgrade for the van. So that'll be another video presentation of a new battery as well that I'm going to be checking out. It's looks pretty good, though. I'm excited about sharing it. And yeah, maybe I might do more of that kind of stuff in the future, compare different batteries and brands and all that sort of thing, but there's a part of me too that I need to set myself up for that in order to do that effectively. There's lots of guys out there that already do that too, so the market just gets saturated with that after a while, and I don't know. Anyway, guys, that's it. That's the video. I'm sorry we're not doing any cook fest or anything. That some of you guys like watching me cook in the van, and I'm not really showing a whole lot of content in there these days, but you know, it's been good. It's a pretty sweet little van. EcoFlow's been doing well for me. Been using it a lot actually, but I'm gonna be taking that setup out of here once I go back to Victoria, because that new battery I'm putting in the back is quite large, and I got to get another charger that I have in the back. I've got one of those alternator chargers, DC to DC charger, which is 30 amps, and I'm going to get another one and parallel wire it so that I've got 60 amps going into the new battery. This one is fine. It's running just perfectly on the van. Haven't had any issues with it. So that's that EcoFlow thing. I'll put the video link up there. You guys probably seen that one, but yeah, that's been great. And that if I get a new van too down the road, let's say, this is just a hypothetical, but let's say I sell this vehicle and get something new. My cousin keeps thinking that maybe I might get lucky and get a sponsorship through one of these vehicle companies, which is a real long shot, and get a brand new van of some kind. That'd be a case where I'd build it out, and I'd probably start things off with that whole EcoFlow setup that I got in there, just while I establish what I would do in the interior of a new van. And then of course, you know, that would open up a whole new build series and that sort of stuff. But a new van is a huge project. This one took me a year to build it. It was a lot of work, and I don't know if that's something that I want to do just yet. I would love to be in a new van for sure. Something bigger, more capable of going on this kind of terrain right here, and getting out into some more, you know, remote areas when I want to do some exploring and that sort of thing. But living in a van full time, is that something that I aspire to do? Is it something I'm comfortable doing as it is, because that's what I'm doing? Do I want to keep doing it? These are questions that I'm asking myself, and I think that's going to be in a separate video that I'll share with you guys too, because that's a pretty interesting thought process and thing to share. So, but anyway, that's it. We'll see you later. It turns out that the crab is undersized after all. Oh, there's a fish. See you later, dude. What a hike. Oh. got a little snack, some fireweed for the ride home. You can eat the leaves and the stem.